Hello and welcome to Happy Handicrafts. My name is Joanna and today we are going to be making thread winders. These are project number 5 from the second year from the book Paper Sloyd for Primary Grades by Ednah Anne Rich. Now there's 2 variations of the thread winder. Today we're going to be making both, and you can decide if you would like to make one or the other or both as well. So before we get started, do you mind subscribing to our channel? It's very helpful to us, and as we put out material quite frequently, you'll be notified of that, and it should help you as well. Now let's take a look at the materials you're going to need for this project. The first thing you're going to need is the book, Paper Sloyd for Primary Grades by Ednah Anne Rich. I find that the instructions in this book are not very thorough, but the diagrams will be helpful. You're also going to need a cutting mat, an X-Acto knife, a pencil, a ruler, and we're going to use cardboard for this. Now the book recommends Bristol board, but I thought we would use cardboard because we don't really have any use for thread winders in this century. We have spools of thread, right? So I thought we would maybe use this project for yarn instead, and because yarn is thicker, I thought we would use a somewhat thicker paper. So we're using cardboard on this, and after all, this is cardboard Sloyd. So for our first thread winder, we're going to cut out a 2" by 2" square. We first measure down from the top left 2 inches and we draw a little dot. Then we move the ruler over a couple of inches, again measure down 2 inches, and draw a dot. Now using the ruler, we're going to join those 2 dots. We're now going to measure in from the left at the top 2 inches. Draw your little dot, and then move the ruler down a couple of inches, measure in 2 inches again from the left, and draw a dot. Now once again, you're going to use your ruler to draw a line connecting those 2 dots. Next, using an X-Acto knife, we're going to carefully cut out the 2" by 2" square. We actually found that cutting cardboard is probably easier than cutting Bristol board or cardstock. It might be because of the corrugated inside or the thickness of it, but it was definitely easier. Now we have the 2" by 2" square. We're going to place dots at the top and the bottom and the left and the right at 1 inch. So here Lucy is measuring down 1 inch on each side and drawing a dot. She's going to connect those 2 dots. In essence, we're dividing the 2" by 2" square into 4. Again, measuring down halfway, she's going to put a dot at the 1 inch mark. You can do this by either moving your ruler or your cardboard. Again, draw a dot at the 1 inch mark and then join your 2 dots. Next, we're going to place dots on the horizontal and vertical lines at 1/2 inch. Draw a little dot on the line, and then at 1.5 inches. And we're going to draw a little line. That was on the vertical. Now we're going to do the horizontal. We're going to measure in 1/2 inch, and then at 1.5 inches. Now we're going to draw lines from each of the 1/2 inch and 1.5 inches from the dots to the corners. Picture a star with 4 rays. Now to finish this first thread winder, we're going to use our X-Acto knife and cut it out the rays, just as you see Lucy doing here. Be careful with your fingers. We decided that the best way to cut was from the inside out, moving to the outward part of the cardboard. You can see Lucy's doing that here. When you're finished cutting, you're going to remove the cut out pieces. Sometimes the X-Acto knife has not gotten through all the layers. It's an easy fix. Just go back over those layers a little bit more firmly with the X-Acto knife to make sure that you've cut all the way through. You can also clean up the edges with the X-Acto knife, as you can see Lucy doing here. And that's our first thread winder. Now we'll do the second one. It starts the exact same way. We're going to cut out a 2" by 2" square. So we measure down again on the left 2 inches and draw a little dot. You move the ruler in just a little bit, measure down from the top 2 inches and draw a little dot. Using the ruler, you can connect those two little dots with a line. Now we'll measure in from the left at the very top 2 inches, and we'll draw a dot. Then move the ruler down just a little bit. Again, measure in from the left 2 inches and draw a dot. Now use your ruler to join those 2 dots with a line. Now, just like before, we're going to use our X-Acto knife to cut out our 2-inch square piece. Now with this thread winder, we're going to place dots on each side at 1/2 inch and 1.5 inches. You can do this quickly and easily, as you can see Lucy's doing, by simply turning the cardboard, placing another mark at 1/2 inch and 1.5 inches. Do this on all 4 sides. Now using our ruler, we're going to join the dots, as you can see Lucy doing. This is where the book will come in handy, so you can follow along in the diagram as well. In essence, we're making the shape of a cross. So we'll call the first thread winder the star thread winder, and this one we call the cross thread winder. As you can see, we have somewhat of a cross. Lucy's now going to darken the lines that we're going to cut. Basically, we're going to cut out triangles on each side. Use your X-Acto knife and once again go from the inside to the outside of the cardboard piece. Now gently remove all the triangles, all the cut pieces. And that's our second thread winder. We're going to just sharpen up the edges a little bit with the X-Acto knife. And there's our cross thread winder and our star thread winder. I hope you enjoyed this project, and I hope you find it useful. We're going to use ours to wrap yarn around because we tend to have a lot of tangled yarn. So thank you for watching, and please leave a comment if you enjoyed it, or like it, or share it. And we'll see you in the next video.